All right, all right, all right. We live. So come on in. Welcome to my virtual office. Listen. I even put some smell good on for you all today. Like I come into my virtual world some days when I'm not out, and I come in as if almost I am literally in front of people for real. I'm smelling good, looking good, feeling good, and I'm really excited. Now, please don't go anywhere. Please don't go anywhere. Stay around, stay around, stay around. We are in, believe it or not, day number 27. I have been coming every day with a tip of the day for leadership, right? And especially if you are a female leader, you are an executive, don't go away. I might say something, even if you already know it, but it might spark something. That's how it happens with me. So let me back up. Maybe you haven't watched this and maybe you haven't been here every day. So I'm a behavioral wealth strategist. I am the founder and the CEO of Exponential Edu Ventures, and I help people have edge adventures, right? And so today we're gonna have one. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you out. So we're gonna do some tips of the day, and we're gonna move on out of your way. So every day we've been talking about we've been sharing about self-awareness. And so there's the definition of self-awareness. The definition of self-awareness is I didn't mean to put that up there yet. So the definition of self-awareness is the conscious knowledge of one's characters, feelings, motives, desires, and I like to add your behavior preferences. So that's what that slide was. We're gonna come to that at the end. All right. Okay. So again, it's tip number 27. Let's get into this. Here you go. I'll be out your way in about 4 minutes. So thank you for lunching and learning with me. Okay. Tip number one, draw on the expertise of the team, right? And why do we want to do that? Because very self-aware leaders, they know how to delegate. And when you delegate tasks to the teams, guess what? This can lead to better decision making and having creative solutions and outcomes. Why? Because you are delegating effectively and you're delegating wisely and you're delegating according to how they are able to do it. So delegation can empower the team, right? You want to foster more ownership, more responsibility. But also when you're delegating as a leader, that's removing some of that stress, some of that pressure, some of those things off of you so that you can divide it, right? But you don't want to delegate just to give it to them either. You want to make sure that you are delegating intentionally, right? And so when we delegate intentionally, guess what happens? That inadvertently improves staff morale. How, Bridget? I'm glad you asked because you're creating job satisfaction. You are giving them the ideal environment. And so they can learn how they want to learn. And when you do that, then you're going to create a sense of investment in the organization. Now, if you're listening to this, come on now, tell me you don't want to have investment in the organization. As a leader, that's helping you, right? And so I want you to understand that. And then I want you to understand that your behavior preference is going to factor in into that delegation. So you got to understand it. So yesterday we talked about it. I showed some slides. I'm going to do that again today because again, I want you to understand from this standpoint. So I'm a certified disc instructor. And so I love talking all things so you can relate it, right? But I'm an extreme execution coach. So instead of just doing the typical disc, we have the flight assessment. And so in the flight assessment, we have the 4 different personality styles, right? And so we have the flight attendant, the grounds crew. Let me go through them so you can see them. The grounds crew, the air traffic controller, and the pilot, right? But we're gonna start all over again, and we're gonna start at the flight attendant. All right, got a little bit over a minute. Let's go. So the flight attendant loves to delegate, but they're going to delegate in a friendly manner because that's what they do. The flight attendant's superpower is people. And so all their delegation is going to be wrapped around leadership and wrapped around leading the people in a way of guiding them and everything, right? Well, if you happen to be a leader and you're a grounds crew leader, then you're going to have more of a nurturing environment. Okay. And so that's great. You're going to provide details for them. You're going to prioritize stuff. You're going to be in about the process, right? And so if you're air traffic controller leader, then you're going to tend to delegate focusing on accuracy because you're all about the systematic analytical way of doing things, right? And then if you are a pilot, then you're going to delegate and you're going to be focused on the results. and the efficiency. So as a pilot, you probably won't give a lot of directions. As a flight attendant, you probably gonna give a lot of directions, try to help them with the directions and give lots of opinions. If you're a grounds crew, you're going to make sure it's harmonious, right? Checking in, helping, being very supportive. If you are an air traffic controller, you're again going to be very, very factual, okay? Very pragmatic. So why am I saying all of this? I'm saying all of this because you want to know what your preference is as the delegator, and then you want to know the style. So let me go back to what I said about improving the morale. And so if they want job satisfaction, they need to be in an environment that's conducive to what and how they are wired. So are you doing that? That's my question for you. Are you doing that? I know we're over 30 seconds over. So if you're not doing that, I need you to make sure you do that. So come back tomorrow. We're going to unpack this a little bit more because I want you to be highly effective. So I want you to be self-aware. I want you to be authentic, and I want you to be highly effective. Again, my name is Brigitte Brown Jackson. I am the CEO and founder of Exponential Edu Ventures, where we like to have fun while we're learning. Organizations pay me to help them reduce staff attrition, grow their talent, and optimize the productivity of the team. Who do you know? See you tomorrow.